Hello and welcome to KSPN TV Sports Center, sponsored by Pizza Man Dan's. My name is Sammy Fun, and we just wrapped up week 6 of this 2025 CCL summer season as the Conejo Oaks, after this week, are now 19-6 in the CCL. That's right, they were just one win shy of their 20th victory as they head into the All-Star break. Now, it's going to be a very exciting week and a restful first couple of days to this coming week, because Mondays are obviously off for all teams, and then this Tuesday is off, but this coming Wednesday is a very special day. It's the CCL showcase at MLB Youth Academy, and it's going to be a very fun and long day, and we'll talk more about that in a moment. But I would like to start off. We will recap this past week. So the Conejo Oaks finished off this week 4-1. First two games, it was a 5-2 win on July 8th versus the MLB Academy Barons. They followed that this past route over the San Francisco Seagulls, and that was the first time that the Oaks had played a CCL North team, and that would be their last time playing the Seagulls this past Thursday. Well, the next day, not so bright for the Oaks. It was a 7-6 on the road at Eddie Matthews Field in Santa Barbara, and it was a walk-off fashion loss in a very bizarre fashion. Runners on second and third with one out, and the batter hit a ground ball to first, and the runner at third, Brenton Clark, and Johnson threw the ball home. And then, long story short, Clark got himself in a rundown, and when he tagged him, just narrowly missed him, and the Foresters upset the Oaks in walk-off fashion. But the Oaks responded with two straight wins against the Arroyo Seco Saints this past Saturday, July 12th. They played the Saints on the road at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field in Pasadena, won 7-5, and it was certainly a scrappy game overall. The Oaks had a 3-0 lead for the first 5 innings, and then in the bottom of the 6th were helped out tremendously from 5 walks and a hit by pitch in the inning, and they capitalized on some mistakes, but the Oaks also capitalized on some mistakes. I will say, in that top of the 9th inning, you saw the Oaks leading 4-3, and it was Brady Hewitt. Max Ryan just threw the ball over Levi Medella's head, which cleared the bases in the most dramatic fashion. One from Tyler Hawley and one from Jake Schwartz. Well, to finish off this past week, the Oaks hosted the Saints yesterday and won 4-1. The Saints scored their only run in the top of the 9th inning, and they definitely blew some opportunities there. But more time this season, this Thursday on the road, the Oaks are 5-1 against the Saints as it stands right now, and the Oaks faced the Barons and the Foresters for the final times this past week, and the Oaks, they finished with a 5 score this past Tuesday, and against the Santa Barbara Foresters, the Oaks won 2 out of 3 games against the first place Foresters. And speaking of which, we'll get to your standings next. Well, the current CCL South standings will starting with the South Division of the CCL. Santa Barbara Foresters 20-9 in first place, right ahead of the Conejo Oaks. The Oaks just 1 game behind the Foresters, and it was a very Friday for first place, but the Foresters, they ended up taking the majority of the games that the Oaks and Foresters played against each other. Behind the Oaks, just 1 game behind, are the Orange County Riptide. Now, I think of all these teams, the Riptide have the most fast 0-3. Didn't start off the season so hot, but they have really turned things around. And the Riptide, they have so far won 2 against the Oaks, and the Oaks and Riptide will face off 3 more times in this season. In fourth place, 5 Seco Saints. I mentioned the Oaks. They have won their last 4 games against the Saints, and they've won both of their games against the Saints this past week, and the Saints in fourth place, right ahead of the affiliate San Diego Waves, who are 4-6 on the season. Waves and Oaks will face each other one more time this season. Right behind the Waves, one game behind, are the MLB Academy Barons. The Barons, and they have won just 2 games against the Conejo Oaks, and one of those wins was the walk-off 3-run home run by Tommy Gooden in that bottom of the 9th inning when the Barons scored 5 runs to upset the Oaks on the road. And right behind the Barons are the affiliate San Diego Bombers with an 8-18 record. The Oaks have faced the Bombers twice. The Oaks upset the Bombers in walk-off fashion the last time they played against each other. It was 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches all consecutively, probably as dramatic as you can imagine without a hit. And finally, in 8th place in the CCL South, you've got the affiliate Philippines Baseball Group. The Oaks won 2 out of 3 games against them this season. In the CCL North, you've got the Sonoma Stompers, 20-13 on the season, 5 games behind the Stompers, 15-10. Right behind them, the defending CCL North champions from last season, the Walnut Creek Crawdads. The Oaks swept the Crawdads in the CCL finals last year. The Crawdads right now 16-12 on the season. Right behind the Crawdads, you've got the San Luis Obispo Blues. The Blues are 17-13 this season, and the Blues are the last team that the Oaks have yet to face according to the schedule. The Oaks, by the end of the season, will have only faced 2 of the 6 CCL North teams. Right behind the Blues in 5th, a 13-17 record overall, 4 games behind the San Luis Obispo Blues, and finally in last place in the CCL North, you've got the San Francisco Seagulls. The Seagulls 8-23. It hasn't been the brightest season for them. They just got admitted officially into the CCL above their affiliate identity. So they're making strides and progress as a team, but CCL North and South. And finally, moving on to this upcoming week, this is one of the most exciting weeks of the 2025 CCL summer season. Starting this coming Wednesday, July 16th, we've got the California Collegiate League Showcase All-Star Game. That'll be started off with a home run derby earlier in the day, and the Conejo Oaks have one of their very own in the home. The Oaks have 6 players in the CCL Showcase All-Star Game. You've got left-handed pitcher catcher Jacob Galloway, third baseman Tyler Hawley. You've got Devin Wilkes, who I mentioned is in the home. Ethan Gonzalez. Should be a very exciting showcase game this coming Wednesday, with the game at 7 p.m. Next day, the Oaks will be on the road for their final game against the Arroyo Seco Saints this season. It'll be the 7th 6 p.m. baseball game under the lights at Jackie Robinson Memorial Field this Thursday, the 17th. Very next day, July 18th, the Oaks will host the Philippines Baseball Group for a 4 p.m. game at George Sparky Anderson Field. It'll be the final time those 2 teams play each other as well. And to follow that, this coming Saturday, July 19th, the Oaks will host the San Diego Waves. It'll be the last time those 2 teams play each other as well, and it'll be another 4 p.m. game at George Sparky Anderson Field. And to finish it off for this coming week, on Sunday the 20th, the Oaks will be on the road in Irvine, California for a 1 p.m. matinee against the Orange County Riptide. Now, this will be the first of 3 more times we'll face each other, as we've now got just 2 more weeks of regular season to play for this 2025. Concludes our KSPNtv Sports Center segment for today. I've been Sammy Fawn, and we will see you next time